the room. It's just how it is today, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. That is where we're at. Tracy Schultz.
Hey, Tracy,
the
how
former
you doing,
studio
buddy?
audience member, Tracy Schultz in the house. All right.
It's
I'm
okay if
telling
you like the Green Bay Packers. That's all right.
He does. It's all right. He's cool like that. But Don, we're gonna get into a topic later that is gonna destroy the internet real estate world, at least a little bit, I think.
It's going to show people. We're going to bring something out that we've never talked about before.
No,
something
absolutely
brand
not.
New.
Absolutely
we've
not.
Never talked about this before.
We never had. Chris Bergeron's in the house. Who else is joining us, guys? In the chat, just tell us who you are, where you're coming from. Give us some city check, a little city check. Right? You ever hear that? You don't have TikTok, right? So they go Michigan check, and they start telling all these Michigan things, right? So that's what they do.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
I don't know.
What do they bring?
It's a weird TikTok thing. I don't know. You guys got to look at it yourself. So, all right.
I don't have TikTok.
Pat Neese in the house, the good neighbor. Like a good neighbor, Pat Neese is there. She is. All right. So, I told you, I'm going crazy today. So, it's going to be a high energy show, ladies and gentlemen. People watch and enjoy. All right. So, let's talk about the first question, Don, shall we?
I like this one in a certain way.
Number three.
Because
three from the top. Yep. Keep going. Yep. All right. So,
because I did see this.
Here's the thing. On Facebook, I've seen two things so far. And the one we'll talk about a little bit later, but like snow. People are measuring the snow and snow videos and snow this and snow that and snow everywhere. It's like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Where were you seeing
on Facebook? I saw it everywhere. And they had it on
in
TikTok.
This area?
No. It started getting up north, like middle of the state, like Greeley and stuff like that. I'm driving this way. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Where'd you see it at?
Well, actually driving yesterday. I think it was yesterday I was driving, and it was yesterday when I was driving a little bit. I was like, what is it, man?
Where were you at?
Dearborn. I think you're East Dearborn.
Really? So you saw it here?
So, yes, here.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't stick. As soon as you got to the car, it melted. It melted, but it was still white. It was not rain.
Dogbone Heights, Kathy Cordy in the house. Patty Gregory here as well. Guys, here's the question. Have you seen snow where you are yet? And it hopefully doesn't make you cry if I say that out loud, the S word.
So a couple days ago, about I think Monday or Sunday or Monday, I was scrolling through Twitter, and the MDOT from the Upper Peninsula posted a picture of snow on the road where my wife in Baraga County, which my wife and we go up there a lot. We've been up there a lot.
Yeah,
so
we
know the area really well and we know where this area's at. And I showed it to her. I go, man, look, snow already out there.
Okay,
like,
all right. Let's see what we have in the crowd here. Okay, my best friend's tuning in. That's good. Gaylord, 12 inches. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Gaylord, 12 inches. Can you believe that?
Yeah, Brenda saw it in Livonia too. So
Livonia. Oh my God.
So
it's
12 inches.
Chris Bergeron saw it in Dearborn. What the heck?
See?
The snow is killing. It's already where you're seeing snow already
here. So look at that. The wonderful September, October, and then all of a sudden we have snow.
I know, it's ridiculous. So folks, we feel your pain. The snow is everywhere. It lasts about 30 seconds, Tracy said. Yes, my friend, I sure did. It sure did. Flurries. Kathy saw it. If you didn't see it, like me, I guess I must have been sleeping. I don't know what my deal was.
You're probably in a building somewhere.
Probably. Huh? At night?
Oh, I saw it
probably running around doing something. Yeah,
I saw like 2 o'clock or something like that.
So, as always, Don, you know who's coming next. The man,
chef,
the myth,
the
chef, the legend, the mortgage master himself, Mike Mclaughlin coming in. Michael, how the heck are you?
Hey, guys. Good. How are you?
Listen, buddy, let's get this out of the way first before we start talking business because people want to know. Ladies and gentlemen, what is for dinner tonight at the McLaughlin house? What did he make? Hit the new message button, please.
What is for dinner?
Yeah. What is for dinner at Mike McLaughlin's house? The man is not only a mortgage master, he is a chef extraordinaire.
Well, yeah, while people are making it started yesterday here in Woodhaven. It started off as hail and
hail.
And then it ended up in kind of like just a little bit of flurries for just a couple minutes, like they were saying, and then it was gone.
All right, so Michael, here's what we got. Tracy Schultz is going spaghetti.
Not a bad guess, but not spaghetti.
All right, what do you got, folks? What is McLaughlin? What do you make for dinner tonight? I'm sure we've got a picture example as well. So in the chat, guys, what did Mike McLaughlin make for dinner for his family tonight? The chef extraordinaire.
We're going to show you what it is.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. So you got a protein,
chicken,
and you've got a vegetable, and you've got a carbohydrate. So
Chris Bergeron saying meatloaf. We got meatloaf in there.
Steve says chicken.
Lasagna. Steve Markey says hot dog.
Hot dog.
Red hot.
diggity dog.
Red hots.
Steve
Get your
Markey's
red
been,
hot.
been under the weather lately, so he's just throwing.
He only said that because he saw the meme for it or the gift for it or whatever you call it on Facebook. I don't know.
Hot pie.
Hot pie. That's a good guess.
Not bad. That's not bad.
That's a good guess. It has all three of them.
Michael, how much do you make Mexican? Because they're going taco burrito. It's not even Tuesday.
It's not Tuesday, but
Yeah, I'm
it's
telling you,
spaghetti
you
day. So maybe
10
that's
more
why.
seconds to guess. Chicken pasta.
Another chicken pot pie.
It's
That's
something
not good.
I've had
Hungry.
3 pot
before.
pies in there.
Everyone loves the pot pie, right?
Mike, if it's not pot pie, you're gonna have to go mix one up real quick.
That's right.
I know.
We're getting hungry here, buddy.
I think we still have some of that Sam's Club chicken pot pie and leftovers in there.
All right. So, Michael, you ready to reveal?
Okay, so it's I think I said this before. Meyer has a chicken roll that you can buy that you just pop in the oven for a half hour.
Okay.
Go ahead, do the reveal, Scott.
Right over there.
All right. Reveal it. There it
So
is. What do you got?
The chicken roll. So it's a chicken Parmesan roll. So on the inside, it's got some Parmesan cheese with some spaghetti sauce on the inside of it. And then you got your young peas and good old mashed potatoes. What are you gonna do?
So, what exactly are young peas? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're a special brand. I can't remember. LeSueur is the brand, and they sell them. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're worth every penny. They're a smaller, sweeter pea than if you just got the Del Monte.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for Mike McLaughlin, do this for us. In the chat, put an emoji, a chef hat emoji, a fork emoji, and that stuff. Throw us some emojis in the chat for us, or give us some amazings or whatever. Give us some stuff in the chat, please. Thank you.
Did you say fork?
Mom knows. She
Put
says.
a fork in there. Fork in
Chris said she
fork
loves
in a
some
knife.
young peas. So, oh yeah.
They also have chicken cordon bleu as well. Yeah.
Well, the other ones that we like are the broccoli and cheese. It's really the only way I can trick Tommy into eating broccoli.
Whoever that is, let's talk about Don's costume. I think I know who it is, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that a little bit here.
You're welcome.
Oh, Tracy Schultz says yuck on the peas.
I love it.
All right, so, Michael, let's talk something mortgage. Tell us some things. What's going on in the mortgage world, sir?
Okay, as Don brought to my attention, I hadn't really noticed. The stock market is setting at near record levels today after the Federal Reserve announced tapering in the purchasing of mortgage-backed securities and other treasuries from the United States government. So this has been planned for a long time, and we've been expecting it. So the stock market reacted to the fact that it got what it expected, so there were no surprises. So the stock market was a little bit up, but it like Don was saying to me earlier, it's really as a week the stock market has been moving up pretty well, and that's why we're really near those record highs. But since the Federal Reserve stopped purchasing those mortgage-backed securities, the tapering of that leads us, which is due to inflation, the temporary inflationary period we're in currently. They call it transitory inflation. So what's happening now is they are trying to ensure that it stays temporary. Inflation levels are about twice what they would like them to be at 4% compared to an expected or a good healthy level of 2% inflation.
So are you saying inflation is going to kick us in the ass here or what?
Well, as long as the experts are right and it's merely transitory as we move out of this environment where things are hard to find, because of lack of production, and they can't get the ships into the ports to unload them because there's just not enough capacity in our ability to move products from one place to another at this time. So if we can just make it through that point, the belief is that inflation is going to be fine. So they're keeping a really close eye on inflation. And one thing that they might do, which really has been expected as well, is that they might raise the Federal Reserve rate. Now, I know we're getting a little bit into the weeds here, but what that is that's the rate at which banks borrow money from the federal government overnight or from other banks. So it's the rate of interest that they have to pay when they borrow money on an overnight basis. And that is kept very low, which is why it's a indirect correlation to mortgage rates. It's correlated, but not exactly based upon with all the different factors that go into the world, geopolitical. You can't draw a straight line from what the Federal Reserve does with their rates to what mortgage rate does, but it correlates to it. So basically, if the Federal Reserve feels like they have to, and it's anticipated that they will, that they have to raise the Federal Reserve rate because it's been so low for so long, near zero, then that will lead to a sustained increase in interest rates. But once again, we're talking about rates are still in the 3.5 or less than 3.5 range right now. They've actually come down a little bit off of their peaks recently. But so what are we really talking about? That rates will creep up to 4% based upon, raising the Federal Reserve? Not something that really scares me. Affordability stays in a very solid place, even if the rates trend up to 4%. Heck, even if rates trend up to 5%. Everybody will tell you, Mom will tell you, Chris will tell you, in the early 80s, rates were 15, 20%, late 70s, early 80s. So, 4 or 5%, we're pretty spoiled if we think of those as being high rates.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy today, and he said, we were talking about things, and he said, yeah, I bought my first house at 11%. So, okay.
Right.
So you're saying even 4 or 5%, we're still going to be okay, huh?
Yeah, affordability is going to be fine.
At what number, Michael? At what number does affordability go down? What number?
Affordability will go down as the
interest rate goes
it's
up.
unavoidable. If interest rates go up, affordability is going to go down. That's unavoidable. But at the point where I think the market could be affected, it depends really on how quickly it moves up. If it just moves up slowly over a period of years, then I would think 6-7% is not a big deal. There actually was a time between, we think rates have always been low, but there was about maybe a year or two period, maybe 10 years ago, where rates were in the 6s and 7s.
Yeah.
And before that, they hadn't been that high since 2000, prior to 2000. But you know what? I mean, the market still was okay during that period. That was actually a period of recovery for the market because it was post housing meltdown. But really, I'm not too concerned unless rates shoot up quickly. That would be, and I think if rates shoot up quickly, there's going to be a reason for it. So I think if we're worried about affordability, then we're going to have bigger fish to fry.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. All right, Michael. Well, listen, go chow down, my friend. And if you have any leftovers, let me know.
All right, guys.
All right, bud. I'll talk to you.
Thanks, Mike. See ya.
See you guys. Have a great week.
You too, bud. And that guy digs. He can make it happen. He knows the ins and outs. Robert Gregory saying 2004 got in at 6.44%. Not bad.
Last one. The bottom one. Yeah.
It's not bad. It's 4%. A lot different.
And look at it, almost 6.5.
Yep.
15, 16 years ago, and 7% personally, my experience, 7% not too crazy to buy a house with.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get 9 and 10, that would really scare people. But I think the way
each percent was how much on your mortgage? $40-$50.
it depends on the mortgage amount. So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
so here's the one
down.
that one of our folks that popped in late had to talk about. Here is the next question for you.
So who said something about?
Yeah, here it is. Did Scott cry last Saturday during the football game? Did Scott cry? Give me your yeses or your nos, your maybes, your thoughts.
Just throw some tears on there.
That's right.
Some
Did
tears
Scott
in your comments.
cry at last week's game? That's the big question. That is the big question. There's no crying in football, Robert Gregory says. I'm just asking.
What about if you're sitting on the couch?
He almost cried. Okay. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? In the comments, did Scott cry at the defeat of the University of Michigan to those gentlemen from East Lansing.
What a crazy game that was.
Crazy crowd.
Got mad and playing the refs. I didn't even think about doing that. He just filled a swear jar. That occurred. Yeah, that happened. I'll agree on that. No, he didn't.
No.
Not okay. Steve Kreitz says nope. He almost cried. Close enough. So again, the question is, did Scott cry? Did Scott
No,
cry?
but the defense quit after halftime. Ooh,
Ouch.
throwing that out there.
Oh, he woke up and realized Harbaugh sucks. You're killing me, Steve Mark. You are killing me over here. Oh, man. If only they played Brian Kelly this year. Oh, yeah. And Robert Gregory, I got to call him that. It's been kind of I lost a bet, so I've got to be very polite to the people from East Lansing. I've got to be very polite, just so you know. And so the answer is
What, Danziger?
yes. Yeah, one of my buddies is a big Michigan State booster alum and all that stuff, and we had a bet on it, so I lost.
Seen the fight on?
I didn't have to see the fight some, but I'm buying them dinner soon. Don't you worry about that. I got 2 dinners
Burn
to
a
buy out.
couch for 'em?
No burning couches.
You don't have to
So-
wear like a jersey, a Michigan State jersey or something
No,
like that?
we're better friends than that. So
You-
no.
you should make,
So
the losers should have had to paint their face.
both the
colors.
non-betters over here are talking all the smack. You see that? So
Got
no,
that
I did
right.
not cry.
Got that right.
My family was there to attest. I did not cry. I did not watch football one more down for the entire weekend, so that didn't happen. And I moped a lot. So I did mope a lot. So I did definitely do that. So that's how it goes. All right. So that's that. All right, Don. I'm excited about the topic this week. Guys, Don and I, let me tell you how this started. Don and I we just started shooting the breeze about something that we saw in the news. So it was fresh news, fresh out of the press news. And then we also started arguing and yelling at each other back here. We're getting pretty intense about this thing.
Yeah.
So it was pretty intense. So we're going to talk today. The topic is going to be called "Oh, the iBuyer." Oh, the iBuyer.
And how many people have heard of what the iBuyer is?
How many folks have ever heard of the iBuyer? How many folks have ever heard that? If you have, put yes in the chat. If you haven't, put no. How many folks have heard of the iBuyer? The iBuyer. How many folks have heard of that? Put it in the chat, please. Oh, Brenda comes up good. Look at that. Zillow. She knew right away. Look at that. Wow.
She
The
knows about it.
iBuyer. If you heard of the iBuyer, in the chat. Robert Gregory's a no. Tracy Schultz, what about you? Oh, no there.
Kathy,
Okay.
no.
Kathy says no. Okay. Well, good. So we're sharing some good info
No,
with you.
Totally
Negative.
clueless,
Justin
negative.
Kreitz. Not just Steve Kreitz. Now we got Justin Kreitz. All right. Don't
Tracy
totally
Schultz,
clueless.
no.
Okay. So Don and I are going to break it down for you, and then we're going to kind of circle back and explain the craziness that happened like the last couple of days. Yep?
Yeah.
So Don, take it away. Tell us what an iBuyer is. Don's going to give you that one. Go ahead.
So an iBuyer is a company out there that will buy your home cash, sight unseen. They have we'll get into that in a second, but they pay cash for your house. You don't have to put it on the market. You're selling to one person that is a big corporation. And then we'll get into how they negotiate and all that sort of stuff. But
Yeah, there's about a dozen. We kind of look. There's about a dozen different companies that do this. So there's a bunch of them, right?
and this iBuyer stands for instant buyer, meaning you don't put your house on the market. They give you a price, you sell it to them, and then you move within a very brief period of time. It's very quick, and you don't have to show your house, get it ready. But there's a lot of
stuff behind this.
A lot of things inside that package that you have to do.
So first, guys, let me explain to you this way. And again, we're just bringing this out because it's an interesting thing in the news. One, and like I said, Don and I were going back and forth on this pretty heavy, how to construct this. We always want to share information about real estate with you fairly honestly.
And whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is.
We always want to be above deck for you. So that's hopefully that's a good thing for you.
There's not a lot of this in our area, in our area of Michigan. So it's a lot of other states, bigger states that are getting this. So I think that's one of the reasons why you probably may have never heard about this. And that's why we want to bring it to you, because you're going to hear about it somewhere down the road more than likely.
Yeah. So let's start with something easy. How do they figure out the value? Okay. It's all software algorithm based. They say, you have this square footage house in this neighborhood, and all of a sudden their computer spits out, here's an offer price for it. Right. So it's algorithm based.
Right.
I would say it's akin or similar to that Zestimate that they put out all the time for the one company that we're going to talk about in a little bit.
And for the most part, it's when they give you an offer, it's non-negotiable. It's a take it or leave it. And it's usually as is. Sometimes they want you to do some repairs, but typically it's as is.
So let's talk about that. So here's how that works. So here's what they do. Okay. They give you an offer and they inspect the house and they say, okay, if you have this many repairs, they're going to knock it off the price, right? That's what they do, right? So
That's one of the avenues. Yes.
we do. That's good. That's good. That's very good. That's a good thing. So the fees for it between 5 and 9%, right? Between
Yeah.
9,
So
5 and
it's
9%.
not free. It's not like there's somebody that's got the cash. You're going to buy it and there's no other fees to it. There are.
Yeah.
There are some additional fees. And part of that algorithm is the price. And is it typically, do you feel it based on what we know about it, what we've read about it? Do you feel that the price that they give you, that algorithm spits out, it's a fair market value?
Do I think that? Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So more than likely, you're probably selling it at a reduced rate. And then on top of that, there's fees on it as well.
Right. So folks, this is, I guess, the iBuyer, yeah, see the iBuyer postcards. Yep, we're getting them weekly. Yep. So here's the, and again, even Mel said, I haven't heard of that before. So Don and I we had talked about this a lot. So here's the thing. I guess the only way I would ever say that this might be in somebody's advantage is they just want to get the hell out.
Yeah.
If they don't, they get something, they don't care what it goes for or whatever. They don't want any hassle and just get the hell out. That's the only way I can look at it. It makes sense to me ever, right?
If price is not the issue at all, it's timing and how fast you can get out. Yes, it's a very good way to do it.
Right. And again, realize it's not mom and pop putting up signs, we'll buy a house for cash. It's corporations, big corporations.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get into it this way. Let's kind of walk through the news that we talked about. Yeah.
Well, all right. So we got the 5.9.
Yeah, we got the 5 things. Yep.
All right.
So go ahead.
The big news is from Zillow, and I'm sure a lot of people heard about Zillow, that they're getting out of the iBuyer business, which is they were buying houses and they bought a lot of houses. They started in 2018, and the first 7 quarters after 2018, they lost money. Then there were 4 quarters that they made some money, and then this last quarter, third quarter of 2021, they lost $339 million. So serious money. This is not just a few $1 million for a multi-million-dollar company, $1 billion company. It's almost $400 million. That's
right. So now think about this too, folks. Okay, not only did they lose almost $400 million, they fired 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they thought this was going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Don, and I know we go back to this a lot. Okay, it's real hard to replace a realtor, and let me give you some examples of how. Okay. If this thing is quick, like one of their things, laying off workers too. Exactly. See, Brennan knew. See,
right.
Here's the thing. It said one of them you could close in 24 hours. Well, okay. So how you gonna order title work? How you gonna get the city inspection done? Right, the city repairs done. There's a lot of things you got to do. It takes some time.
It's virtually impossible, but they say they can do that in 24 hours.
Yeah. And Howard in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. So I guess here's what it makes me skeptical of. Okay, if they are getting out of it, they're bailing out to 3 years. And they can't make any money. They're losing money left and right. Then how accurate are those estimates? That would be my next question.
Exactly. If they're using this algorithm and they lost money using that algorithm, what are they doing for you when you go there to see what your house is worth?
I'll put it to you guys plain and simple this way, okay? Let me put it to you plain and simple this way. Zillow is a real estate marketing company. That's what it is, okay? It's not a realtor, okay?
Right.
It's not a brokerage. It's not. There's so many things that it's not. Okay. It is a real estate marketing company. That's what it is.
They're trying to get into the mortgage, the market, the broker business. And here's one example of what they're trying to do. And they weren't successful at it. It does it to replace an agent to go to your house and view your house and see and know the market intimately. They don't do that. They use an algorithm. They use computers to come up with these numbers, and it's not accurate.
How intimately are you with the market? How intimate are you with the market, my friend?
I'm here. I'm in this business.
I just like the way you use it. Intimately. Ooh, wow. That was fun.
I know you looked at me when you said that.
You're like,
you thinking?
How intimately do you know the market? Gotta have a little fun, folks. So that was the big news. Zillow just losing big, right?
Right.
$340 million almost. And just, you can't replace a realtor.
Yep.
You can't.
Yep.
I mean, I don't care how many goddamn postcards you sent out.
Right.
All right. And we're going to start sending more postcards out than then. That's what we'll do.
We're going to send them
Talking real estate. We'll send postcards out. How about that?
All right. So any questions there?
I like that. He says, you say Zillow, I say goodbye. So, and I would say this to you. It's a starting point. That's what I would tell you. It's a starting point because a lot of times the stuff they have is inaccurate. Okay. A lot of times the stuff they have is inaccurate. And then other times they don't know what you updated. And neighborhoods. I mean, there's different parts of different neighborhoods, things like that. So your best bet is to get a realtor that knows the area and make it happen.
Absolutely.
Well, the heated discussion was how we were going to come about this topic, because we don't want to ever do anything for our own purposes. Okay, we like to be honest with you and portray things honestly. So Don and I kind of went back and forth because we were trying to get the words right of how should we
present
this to you. That's fair and accurate.
It's important that we're fair, exactly fair on both sides.
Yeah, and Don and I get heated about lots of stuff because we care about you guys.
Yeah,
and that's what happens. We want to make sure that everything that we tell you is honest, true, fair, and it's going to help you. That's what this show's about.
And going back to the Zestimate is they
Zestimate, buddy, like
Zestimate,
Italian.
That's it.
Zestimate. What is it? Zestimate.
They don't come into your house. When you have an agent, they come in, they can determine whether your kitchen's updated versus the competition or the homes that's sold. And that's the thing that the Zestimate doesn't do is they take this algorithm and the area and they come up with this number.
Like I said, it's a starting point. That's what I always tell people all the time.
It's interesting. It's a talking point for most people. I mean, you hear, wow, my house is worth this, and it gets them feeling good or feeling bad if they feel it's low.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So this week for What Realtors See.
Steve's asking me where the Mario costume is. I don't know. I lent it to someone. And,
listen, Luigi costume is in the truck. All right.
Luigi. That's Luigi. I'm sorry.
Luigi. So things
you
Realtors See. Huh? I know. But
I forgot. I thought I was Mario.
Every show should be Mario. Really? Every show should be Mario? Cosplay every day, Marky? Is that what you want? All right. So things Realtors See. We get a caption there for us.
Oh, wait. We got one more. We got a question.
What do we have? Oh, yeah. So a quick question for you.
This came from him.
This came from me, and this is, you guys will love this one. Okay. You guys will absolutely love this one. So we're curious, really. Yeah. Should Don sport a beard for the rest of No Shave November? Should Don sport a beard for the rest of No Shave November? If we get like 10 or 15 of you that say yes, we'll get them to do it. We'll make that happen. But I got to get some yeses in there. Look at this face.
Guys only.
Yeah. No, and I look like this every day, right? So No Shave November. Should Don sport a beard for No Shave November? Go to the chat.
Mel's saying no.
Yeah, Mel's shaving.
She's going like this.
See, Steve Murray says yes.
Like
Robert Greger, yes.
Yes.
Trey says hell no.
Yeah, all right,
Hell
Tracy.
no.
Yes.
Clean is the best. Uh-oh. Ann says no. Only if you do. Oh, really? Listen, my beard gets itchy and scratchy, so we'll have to see about
5
that.
minutes after you shave.
I know. It's like it grows back quick.
Nope.
Brenda says
all right.
no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, the nopes are in. Oh, the yes is another yes. Erica's got my back. It's pretty close, Don.
I like that right there. Beards aren't a question. Put that in. Put that in there. I like that.
Beards aren't a question. They're a lifestyle. I don't think he's coming.
You're right.
God, I love this audience. Yes, and I will shave if Don does. Zach, look what you seen his beard? Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. He's pretty handsome as is. By the way, it's Andy Chris, not Uncle Joe. My aunt says you're a pretty handsome guy. All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Aunt Chris.
Oh, too close to call. We're gonna have to go to the fact checkers on this one to make sure it's see. All right, so
thank you, everyone.
On to things what realtors see. What realtors see. Let's see what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I pulled anything up either. Remember how? Didn't you need me to do it? Didn't mean to do it or no?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Hang on. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties. We'll be right back with you. 1 second. We got some funny ones today. We got some pretty funny ones. We got some good ones. Somebody sent me one today, which is pretty super pissed. I'm showing up as Facebook user. Did I lose my credentials?
We don't know how that works.
We don't know the credentials.
We wish we had everybody's name. We don't always have them.
All right, so I got this from Michelle Mclaughlin here, of avid viewer, and let me see if I can make it bigger. Let's see if that will help. Let's see. All right, so it's still not too big. If you can see it, 2 wash tubs, 2 basic, I guess, what do you call it? Aluminum?
Yeah.
Aluminum wash tubs for your sink. I mean, I guess if you're going for the country look, right? The farmer's look. So here's what we'd like, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what we'd like. In the chat, first word, what do you think of when you see this? What's the first words that come to your mind when you see this picture right here? What's the first words that come to your mind? What do you think?
Cattle feed or something. I don't know.
What do you think? What's the first words that come to your mind when you see this? What do you think? In the chat, what do you think? Cows. That's good. Hillbilly.
Moonshine.
Hillbilly.
I like the moonshine.
Moonshine. Noah, thank you. Rustic. I like Rustic. Michelle Gill, good to see you. I like Rustic. Let's see. You get a picture of your kitchen. Really, Trace? Hey, listen, I got a deck for you to come do, my friend. I got a deck. It's already torn out now, so you got to come do that. Justin says, like it. Erica says, country, nice. I've been using YouTube because Facebook keeps freezing on me. Okay, I got you. We were worried about you. Unskilled trades. Wow, that's rough. Oh, my God.
Ellie Mae Clampett.
Ellie Mae. God, that's good.
That's a
I
good
love
one.
this audience, man.
Yeah.
They're so much fun. So much fun. All right, that's one. I got that from Michelle Mclaughlin. She sent it to me via Facebook. Guys, if you ever see anything crazy, send it to Don or myself. We'll put it out here. We love this stuff. It makes us laugh. So it's
Horse
good stuff.
trough.
Horse trough. Very
So,
good.
so this next one came from through somebody to me. Jim Abler sent this to me a couple weeks ago.
This is awesome. This might be my favorite one for a while.
So it's concealed on the top, and look what's underneath it. When you...
All right. So the second one, things realtors see. Check this one out. What's the first words that come to mind? Things realtors see for this one. The Flintstones. What else? Yuck. Come on, Chris Bergeron. You almost got an English degree. You should do better than that. You're killing me over here. What do we got here, guys? What do we got here? Secret pooper. Yes. The secret pooper. You got to love that. Got to love the secret pooper. That's a good one. Now that's cool. How is that cool?
You don't have to leave the room.
I guess you could do all your stuff at once. Huh? Boat space, maybe. Okay. Coffee pot is a nice touch. You need your commode as close as your coffee. What do you think of when you see this,
Absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen? We'll give you about one more minute to respond. If things realtors see, this one right here, what do you see? Like it. Oh, you're killing me. Yes, I'm killing. How
Boat
can you like
space.
it? Oh, yeah. Studio. Studio, maybe, yeah. I mean, I guess it's just consolidating your space, I guess. I don't know. I don't get that one. Oh, yeah. All right. So, hidden camera. That's good. I like that. That's a funny one. So, this segment of What Realtors See is brought to you by Tiny Ass Sinks. Even if it's tiny, you can still wash your hands with it. So, Tiny Ass Sinks.
I thought you had a new one.
Can't bring that one out yet.
Okay.
Okay, that's for next week.
Okay.
So, guys, don't put the lid down as it is. What are they gonna? Jesus,
So gross.
that is gross, man. Somebody has it in their house. In case you're cooking and you have to go.
There you go.
Oh my God! No, I can't eat. I'm gonna think about that. Oh yeah.
And you're watching the pot from across the room.
Peeling potatoes.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, listen. You have given us You have given us another wonderful show to enjoy. We are completely thankful for you to be here. Next week, maybe Don will bring out Luigi back again. We'll see. We'll go with Steve Murray's suggestion. One day a week, maybe he'll cosplay it or something like that. Yeah, part of his beard. He's not going with the beard. It was the votes down. So, you ready to end this?
Ready to do this.
I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
I'm not.
And we're talking real estate. See ya.
Next week.